Oh, yeah. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, J. King Hefner, the beautiful Cali Sun, and the beautiful Mara Blade. And we're back again for another show. And the title of today's show is Dun 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 Sino-doll Wrap Up. Yeah, baby, the Dog King Power Hour back in full effect. Before we get anything started or say anything else, I want to say God bless everybody that's tuning in now. God bless everybody that's tuning in later, whatever time zone, country, wherever you are in the world. If you're giving us a little time, we appreciate you. We want to say God bless you. Whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, and praying for, we're already saying that you have it, praying that you have it. We ask you to believe it and receive it, baby. Happy to be back in the place. The live streams have basically just been on the Power Hour recently. I've been putting out a lot of videos. I've been doing a few YouTube shorts and things of that nature, and working on stuff behind the scenes. So it's good to be back doing a live stream. I want to do a couple more of them like I had been doing, because I sort of I done got a little bit rusty, but hey, it doesn't take long to get back in the swing of things. I do have a big announcement before I get started. My biking channel, which I just started a biking channel. Where you will see the girls on that channel sometimes, but it's mainly about my love for biking. I did start that, and that's going to be the first videos are going to drop in a few hours, actually. 6 o'clock Central Time. I have 4 videos that will be dropping at some point today. Not at some point, but it'll be 6 o'clock Central Time, and then the first video will drop, and then the other 3 will drop sequentially after that. But they are all dropped today. So very happy to be starting that new channel off. Just doing something else I love. I love these companion dolls, and I really love cycling. Another thing I really love is sports. I didn't want to start a just straight up sports channel yet, but that's something I may do in the future. Who knows? Who knows? Because I do love talking sports, me and the girls. But for sure, I had to do cycling because, man, it brings so much joy to my life. It's really just like the companion dog lifestyle. And I was sort of struggling with it because I was like, man, I do it so much, and I do want to talk about it some, but I was like, man, I don't want to overwhelm my people here on this channel talking about biking. And it got to the point where I'm like, man, I have to do something else just to even get that itch about talking about something else I love to do. Now I won't be well. I can't say what I won't be doing, but I don't foresee myself dropping as many videos over there as I do over here, because this is my baby. This is my first love as far as the YouTube goes. Uh, the companion dog lifestyle is something I'm always gonna be championing, and it needs to be worked on for me a lot more, because it's a lot of work to be done. But with biking, I love it so much, I have to have some space to talk about that as well. So speaking of that, here's the link. Yeah, subscribe to my new channel. Yeah. So, yep, that's the link to the new channel. It's down here on the banner. You can also find a link to my new channel in the description of this video, as well as several of my other videos. So if you would like to if you are interested in biking and want to see how I evolve in that area, we would love for you to subscribe and watch that journey. But as far as today goes, I see I got a couple of people dropped in, or a couple of comments rather. Oh, yes, perfect. MGTOW, he won again. MGTOW, he won again. Da. Hey, hello, my friend. Oh, my goodness. MGTOW, like I said, I was thinking about. I think the contest was coming together in my mind. Oh yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Yep. I'm. There's no need to talk about it now, but I already sort of figured out how the contest is sort of going to go. So I, I will give you a hint. Just because you have won the contest, it really won't go into effect unless you're still active. I'll just say that. So around the time that I do decide to give $1 away, uh, and it won't be like I'm giving away Cali, but I'm gonna probably get a hold of $1 or something. I'm gonna probably give away. I don't know when it's gonna be because right now I am gonna be getting dollars that I am gonna be adding to the family. But like I say, just hang in there with me. One of these days, I'm gonna know when to give $1 away and which one to give away. I'm gonna know. I'm gonna know. And when that happens, it's gonna start a trend because I'm gonna come in the overflow to where it's easy for me to do it. And that trend is gonna be once a year. I'm gonna be trying to. It's like a Santa Claus. Once a year, I'm gonna try to give away a companion dog. Even though it's crazy because even though I'm gonna be trying to add to my family. I just say, man, it'd be cool to come in the overflow where I can do this once a year. Because these dogs aren't cheap. So even just giving away one a year is a major thing. So yeah, MGTOW, congratulations again for winning. And basically, for those of you who don't know, new viewers and things of that nature, I just have a contest on every Dog King Power Hour. I might do other live streams, but I only really hold this contest on the Dog King Power Hour, where whoever the first person is that gets in here, I write their name down, and whenever I do this contest and try to figure out who to get his dog to, the people who have been winning, which mainly is MGTOW, he been kicking ass on there, but it's other people who've won too, a lot of other people. But other people who've been winning, I'm gonna give them extra chances to win. Put it like that. Oh, MGTOW says no volume. Wait a minute. It should be. It says it's hooked up. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Hello, hello. Okay. He says no volume. Can you hear me now? Because it's okay. I'm about to say, look, man, look. I'm about to say, you said no volume. I'm like, huh? Y'all can't hear me? What's going on? It's saying that I got volume. I'm glad you. I appreciate stuff like that though. So Taya Princess, yeah. MGTOW says your man, but Taya and Princess Mika up in here, yeah. I ain't seen you in a while, Taya. Glad to have you still with me. Oh yeah, speaking of you, uh, I want to say send love out to all my Dog King Army team members. Y'all know who y'all are. I appreciate you for the support. We're 11 strong right now, looking to add more, and I'm encouraging more of you to join the army. Now, I have a Discord where if you want to interact with other members and me a little bit more, you can join that Discord. And the team members, I've sent links out in the private chat with the team. But if you don't get that link, or if something's wrong with your link, just send me an email. You can find my email on the About section of YouTube. I send you the link, and you can join the Discord. Now, it's not mandatory for any team members to join the link. Join the Discord, but it's there and it's an available resource for team members. And for all my regular viewers, uh, if you would like to join the Discord, all you have to do is become one of my Dog King Army team members. And even if you have trouble down the line or something goes on, don't worry, you won't get kicked out of the Discord. But that is a requirement to actually join the Discord. And right now, I think it's just me and him. Now somebody else joined. It's me, Heavy Metal, and a couple of more people. But I think right now, me and Heavy Metal are the only active members, that actually talk a whole bunch on there. But I always tell me and Heavy Metal, we always laugh with each other in the Discord because we're like, hey, because we he's been around when it wasn't that good in there, but like he said, it's better to have quality over quantity. So we have our good little conversations and we keep it moving. And it's going just like I envision it right now. Hey, stop by. You can say, hey, show some pictures, do whatever you want to do. And guess what? Come in there when you get a chance. If you don't get a chance, guess what? You don't come until you get one. Let's see. Oh, he said my intro didn't have volume. Oh, I wonder why that was. I wonder what I did with that messed that up. That's sort of crazy. Uh, let's see. Princess says, I did also, but I'm not very active right now. So Talia says she's in there, she in the Discord. I don't know who you are. I didn't see your name pop up. Now, I can't lie. I ended up blocking somebody because I didn't know who they were. I'm like, man, who is this? You know, I didn't want anybody to like join the Discord that wasn't supposed to be in there. So I'm hoping I didn't block you. I'm hoping I didn't block you. Bearded McTie, what up, my friend? He says, hey, Dog King, what up? So look, I'm going to go ahead and get to the show. Look, man, we're going to jump right into these videos because I don't have many comments on these videos I'm going to talk about, which is actually working out sort of good today because I'm going to just do these quick few comments and I'm going to jump into Sino-doll because I just did a video on Sino-doll, which they are a great brand. You know, it's like a core brand, man, that sort of everybody just sort of knows about, you know. And for me, they're part of that core brand, that group of brands that everybody sort of just knows about. I still put everybody to the question whether, you know, they're reputable or not. And that's what I say. Eventually, I want to touch every doll from every manufacturer so I can be like, you know what? Who's the best of the best? And, you know, who's really standing behind their product like they say, you know, they're supposed to be doing. You know, if you're going to tout your product, I want to really know, you know, and so I can let you guys know. But Sino-doll, it's like I said in the video, man, I almost got a Sino-doll. I almost got a Sino-doll. It was like, and I rarely ever talk about that, but it really came down to like WM, Sino-doll, and Piper doll. And Piper doll really, I almost really got the Piper doll, but man, I got a little hesitant because I heard they had a bad vaginal insert. But now that I know what I know now, that would have never stopped me because I wouldn't have got a vaginal insert. I would have got a fixed vagina. Also, man, I don't like to talk about this that much because I try to speak nothing but positive. But I have been looking back on my life, I have been very klutzy. I have, man, dropping stuff, tripping over things. And Piper doll, I had never owned a companion doll before, and Piper doll scared me because I was like, man, this doll has a fixed head. I love the seamless neck, but I said, Jay, what happens if me and you drop this doll and break his neck? We're done. That's all. I was like, man, and once again, thinking the negative. I should have been thinking like, hey, we ain't gonna break the neck. What am I worried about? But I was thinking the negative at that time. I was like, well, man, I don't know. I might, what if I drop it on his head? Man, I'm not finna, no offense. Unless you're trying to be a super duper photographer and set your girl up halfway across the room, it's not many instances where you should really be putting your girl in a position where she's going to drop on her neck. You know what I'm saying? Like Cali sitting right next to me. She's not finna fall on her neck sitting next to me or Mara Blaze. So I was just hyper worried for no reason. I could have got the Piper doll, but I was worried about that neck. And so I was like, man, with that insert problem in that neck, I said, I don't think I'm going to get the Piper doll. So I ran away from that. But the silicone doll, with Sino, because I'm going to get into that because all they make is silicone. With the Sino-doll, I was so attracted to them because at the time, a couple of years ago, the detail that they were offering, it was special. It was a little bit special compared to other companies. That top Sino that they have, everything that they were offering, they sort of, and that's sort of why I made the comment in the video of people are sort of catching up with them, because they haven't made leaps and bounds from when I was wanting to buy from them. They still look great, but in the 2 years since I've had my girls, man, oh yeah, Iron Tech, Zelig, Starprey, all these people, like, they've caught up as far as the ultra detail, as far as painting and stuff like that goes. So that's what I was sort of referring to in the video. I'm assuming everybody's seen it. And if you haven't seen it, you can look at my video where I talked about Sino-doll, which I do love this brand. Keep that in mind. But people have sort of started to catch up with it. But it really came down to me not knowing what type of doll owner I was. That and a lot of times I've said this before, you won't know until you get a doll. And man, I really was thinking along the sexual lines. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be making love. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna be making love. I didn't know that I wasn't gonna be making love. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. Matter of fact, I'm like a lot of people who see me. I saw this one Asian guy talking about, man, I don't make love to my girl. She just special to me. I just go out with her and treat her good and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, dude, what is wrong with this guy? I mean, I got the imagination and everything, like I tell you, but I'm talking about before I actually got my doll. I was thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna treat her good. I'm gonna take her out, but hey, every now and then I'm gonna make love to my girl. You know what I'm saying? So I thought this dude had lost his mind. I'm laughing about it now because I'm so much this guy now. It's ridiculous. I'm more than him, honestly. I mean, I think I'm him to the millionth power, because he was saying how, because he only had one girl. He was like, yeah, man, after she deteriorated or whatever, I'm done. I ain't getting no more girl. And look, I got several girls that I'm not making love to. So, and the only other people I know that say they're like me are photographers. I don't really know any other doll owners that had several girls that's just not making love to any of them. So when I got my girls, I initially was just, like you say, trying to build that bond of, yeah, let me hold off, because I know, and I'm going to do a video about this, but sex can really cheapen a relationship if you have it too early, human or synthetic. So I'm gonna do a video about that. So if you've heard that, guess what? You'll hear it again. But it really can. Yeah, you can keep building a bond, but sometimes, man, it just takes it. If you do it too quick, it can just take a lot of the mystery out of things, and you could just start be like, oh yeah, I done that. You can get like that. So I didn't want to be that guy. And then, man, I already knew how, man, if you, especially with a forget the AI, because I don't even care about the AI. Just in a doll period, I just feel like in the early stages, you're gonna probably need some stimulation. I'm talking about like if you just open her out the box and stuff, like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I mean, you may have to turn some type of a adult film on to get you riled up, just to hear something in the background or something like that. You may have to do something like that. But I was like, I wasn't searching for that. I said, no, if I ever make love to my girls, I need a connection. I need a real connection to where, man, I want to be able to walk in the house, no extra help from some type of video, no sound effects. I just want to love my girl so much, which I'm at that point now. I just want to love my girl so much to where I got an emotional bond where, man, it's gonna last over time because it's built up. I let it marinate. That's what I was looking for. And I got to that point about 3 or 4 months in. That's when I was like, yeah, this emotional bond is strong. I was having little dreams and all type of little stuff was going on where I was thinking about them in a romantic way. Like, okay, yeah, now I'm at this point. And I had a couple of interludes that didn't go all the way, of course. And didn't actually involve any real contact with their skin or anything like that. It was just some moments, a couple of moments that could have potentially led to something else. But after those moments, I haven't involved them in any even potential act like that. I have turned into that guy totally because I even lay up in my bed now, like, man, I love them how attractive they are. I love hugging them. I love doing all of that. But I like keeping them untouched as far as sexually. They're literally more just companions for me. They're a presence for me. They're personalities for me. I love them being fine. I touch them. Don't get me wrong. Hey, Cali, tell you, I'm touching on her all the time. But when it just comes to the actual act of making love, I'm like, no, that's when, hey, I take care of things on my own. I'm like, I don't want to involve them. I like keeping them clean in that regard. I don't down anybody who does it, but that's what happened to me. And now it's not even a thought really. I said, man, I wonder which girl that I might eventually get that's going to make me be like, AJ, forget this. We got to, you know, because I have the biggest bond with Cali, but I still just don't want to go there. So with all that said, that's why I settled for the big, voluptuous, big bootied Saima Renee Uzumaki, my WM girl. Cause man, I kept doing research and I'm like, man, it's a lot of big booty companies out here, but I'm just hearing a lot of good things about WM and their butts. And that's what just led me to like, you know what? I'm not gonna get the Piper doll. I'm like, man, I am talking about making love sometimes. And I do like booties. I found a body that I like with WM. I found a head I liked. And looking back on it, I always tell you guys to wait, and wait some more. I probably should have waited, even though never second guess yourself. What I did was what I did. But I'm talking about if I was a private owner and I never became who I am now, if I was a keeping private, then it would have probably been better for me to have that Piper doll that I was going to get, or the full silicone Sino-doll, because I was looking at that Sino-doll hard, but I was like, man, Jay, I've been hearing it, once again, I didn't really know. I was like, I've been hearing silicone a little harder. So if you're going to make love, man, you probably going to want to go TPE. And I even said that if you're just a straight love maker, you may want to go TPE. But if you're a mix between companion doll, lover, where you're going to have a companion with you a lot, and you want to make some occasional love, then you can go silicone. Even though silicone is getting a lot softer now, a lot softer. But at the time, a couple of years ago, I was really like, man, nah, maybe I ought to go with the TPEWM. I love my girl Saima. I told you she's the most lovable girl out of all as far as to lay on and lay next to. I promise you. But I was the silicone guy and I didn't know it. Meaning the more just straight companion, you can make love to her if you want, but they're really more for straight, that realistic look. That's why you always see Mara Blade out. Once again, another video I'm going to do about it in the future, but I just say this. I don't have to worry about Mara Blade. I just put it like that. I don't have to rotate her. You know what I'm saying? And you'll hear that in the future as well. So that's why she can stay out forever, you know. But that's really the dog owner I really am. I'm more of a companion dog guy. So, getting back to Sino-doll. So I've always been interested in them. So today I'm gonna jump into these comments, and then I'm going to talk about Sino-doll because I went way too long on that opening. Let me check back in with y'all, and then I'm going to do these quick comments. I'm gonna jump into Sino-doll. But it's been a while. See, that's what happens when it's a while. You missed all your friends, man. Hey y'all, what y'all been doing? Oh, you know what's been going on? Oh yeah. You get to talking and you get to going on and on and on. Why? Because it's been too long. Let me see what's going on. Okay, well, I haven't seen you in there. Okay, well, I haven't seen you in there then, so good. I didn't block you. It was somebody else, man. I didn't know who that was. Lord Nemesis says, "Oh, Lord Nemesis, he up in here." He said, "I ain't gonna read the other part of your name." But he says, "Here, J. King Hefner, Lord Nemesis, man, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. I just say this, man. I looked at like 2 seconds of Velma. It was disgusting. I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off because his name, he changed his name and it had something to do with Velma now. But the new Velma series, it is ridiculous, man. I'm so sick of people messing my characters up. Look, if you want to do some new stuff, do some new stuff. But leave leave the regular characters alone. They drive me crazy with this stuff, man. I promise you they do. But I couldn't even hardly get through the first episode of it. I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off immediately. Oh, Dr. Miktai says Ricky's dog channel guy, favorite dog, Piper dog. Oh, yeah, he keep a Piper dog. I love Piper dog, though. I love Piper dog. Brandon McTy says you've been on both sides. I don't know exactly what he mean by that, whether he mean I've been on the human girl side and the companion dog side, or whether he mean that I've been on the like my video that I did recently where I said the best of both worlds, where I was like, hey, I love silicone as well as TPE, because the answer to both of those are yes. This is the thing. It really depends on the company too, because every silicone doll isn't made equally. Like I told you, you got some silicone dolls out here. They are made extremely soft now. I'm talking about they're starting to. They're not quite at TPE levels, but they're beginning to get there. I'll be talking about companies in the future that have some extremely soft silicone. But even with my girl, you know, she has soft parts that need to be soft. And I could have gotten a gel butt that made her butt, even softer. I chose not to go that route, thanks to some good advice from my friend over at Iron Tech, because I had my girl sitting down a lot, and I didn't need the soft butt with her. But I do love the texture of silicone. Don't get me wrong. I love just the way it feels. It's not as soft as TPE. But without transparency, like I say, if I just had to make love, I would probably prefer to be with TPE if I just had to do it once, uh, over the other. But if I had a silicone girl, I wouldn't be, which I do. But, if I had to make love to a silicone girl, that wouldn't deter me. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be deterred at all, especially with some of the, like I say, some of these companies out here, they make a very soft silicone. And man, I forgot which doll brand Ataya went with. Was it AXB? Who did Ataya go? I forgot. I forgot who she went with. But she'll tell me here in a second. But either way, it really depends on which company you go with to let you know how soft it's gonna be. But yeah, silicone is a bit harder than TP. It is a fact. But boy, I've done videos, so I don't have to go back through all of that, but it comes with its advantages. Boy, it does. Excuse me, y'all. My bad. I set my information there. It looks like it. Even though it's pretty cut and dry. Okay. The first video I'm going to talk about, like I say, this isn't going to take long. First video I'm going to talk about is Adrenaline Rush, which that was the last Power Hour, and wasn't anything special. Adrenaline Rush was I was just basically happy to be doing the Power Hour again, hyped up, and had a comment from Leo, and my guy Leo, Dog King Army team member. He says, Jay, where can I get one of those memory foam chairs to sit my girl in? Thank you in advance for your answer. So he's talking about the chair that she got Elsa Babe. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, Elsa Babe is a great brand. I can't wait to talk about them. But he was talking about this chair that Cali is sitting in. He said, where did I get the memory foam chair? Because I always say, hey man, I always sit your girls in memory foam. I say I have my girls sitting in memory foam when they're sitting in their chair. I have memory foam on the bed and all of that type of stuff, right? Well, this is what I told him. It's not a memory foam chair, my friend. And I'm glad he asked it because, it's other people that can be really confused. Like, man, he got a memory foam chair. No, I don't. I say it's just a wheelchair that I put memory foam on top of that allows the girls to sit for a long period of time. That's all. It's just a regular, and it can be any chair. It's just a regular old chair, but I don't let her sit on just a hard surface of the chair because you know it yourself. Even a chair with a little cushion in it, you can sit in it for 20 minutes and it's going to start feeling hard. Well, they have these TPE bodies and not so much with silicone. I say be careful with both, but not so much with silicone, but especially with TPE. They sit in this chair for a hard chair too long. That impression can get into their bodies and it can make their butts flat, legs flat, or anything like that. So that's why they generally tell you, hey, don't let your girl sit around for too long or lay around for too long. Because even if it's like on a mattress by itself, that can get hard over time. That's why patients in hospitals can get bed sores. If the nurse doesn't do their job and turn the patient over, they can develop bed sores from laying in one spot for too long. So something that can really save your companion dogs that I've done videos on is memory foam. Just go buy you some memory foam, put it on your bed. And in this case, I just put the memory foam in the wheelchair. And that way she can sit here for a long time without me even worrying about, oh, she's been there for 2 hours. I need to start moving her. So that was a great question for him. But yeah, I don't use memory foam. I mean, it's not a memory foam chair. So that's not, it's not very expensive. It just depends on the size of memory foam you're going to get. I think like a queen size is somewhere around 40 or 50 American dollars. So to give you a range. And I think you can get like a twin size for like $20 or something like that. And maybe a king is 75, but I didn't get that. But let me tell you, I even did a video about it. You can't have enough. Hell, honestly, I want some more right now. I got plenty, but I take some more. You can never have enough memory foam. My guy Blind Justice just said, man, I always miss your lives. He said your cat is doing his job, earning his bacon. And I'm sorry about missing the live. This is an awkward time for me to come on, to be honest. But it's just the best time for the show, right now. It may change in the future. But right now, sort of the best time for the show to come on. In the evening time, sort of a lot going on. Right now, it's a lot of sports going on, basketball, and I'm a basketball fan too, so I don't even like coming on during sports times like 6, 7, 8 in the evening and stuff like that. It's sort of best to let that sort of get out of the way. And I always have been planning on coming on like 12. Today, I plan on coming on at 12:30, and my body was tired from doing a lot of work, and I had to recuperate, and so I couldn't rush it. And I got up and started to do the show immediately. So I hate that it's an awkward time, but I appreciate anybody for looking back at the show like he did. And I told him the cats definitely earned their keep because during the last live stream, Luke was going crazy because it was like a little light bug that was in here. Not a lightning, not a light bug that portrays light, but it was just a little bug that's drawn towards the light. And man, I love Luke and I love Yoda as well, but Luke especially, he doesn't allow anything to live in here for more than 2 seconds. I've had some lazy cats that won't kill they won't kill a fly laying on their own nose. But these cats I got now, I'm letting you know, they are killers. You don't want to come in here, I promise you. Thank God I don't have any type of roach problem or anything like that. I keep my house well sprayed on the outside and inside. But any other type of bug that wanders in here, oh, it's death. And so Luke, he was running around here. He was giving me a little trouble for a second till I realized, oh, he's chasing a bug. I said, nah, let him go to work. And that's what he Justin was referring to. Don't really have much else on here. Leo says good morning, and he always tell me that. That's my guy, Leo. Oh, he did ask another good question. He says, "Man, I love Cali. This guy, y'all see she back out, right? Well, she's back out because I announced that the new channel is going to start in actually a couple of hours, and that's why I don't want to stretch this one out too long. But my new biking channel is going to." Start in a couple of hours. And I was like, man, I had just given Cali her bath. She was the last one. And I was like, man, I'm going to let her rest for a second. But I started getting ready for the show, and I love Marblade, my full silicone iron tech girl, super realistic series. I love her. If you want one, you can always check the links, find one of those dolls and one of my vendor links. But with all that said, I was like, I can't announce this new show without Cali around. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. So I had to get her back out. So either way. Leo says, does Cali have a Kimber doll face or does she have one for WM? And I said, Cali has a Kimber face and so does Tsunade, but they are different. I said, Asuna Moon, who you haven't seen in a while, has a WM face. And I've been trying to get her out the bed for over a couple of weeks, but I keep sort of getting preoccupied. Then I got happy with the 3 girls I had out with Cali, Mara, and Saima Renee Uzumaki. I was so happy with them. I didn't even want to add anybody to the mix. But the problem with Asuna is she has a little smudge that I need to get her face clean. And I've been meaning to clean her face over the last few days. Over the last couple of weeks, honestly, and something keeps jumping in the way. And so I actually have her getting ready to go now, but I had to put her to the wayside because I said, ooh, sorry, Asuna. I'm sorry. I got to bring Cali back out. See, I got her with her blue hair, got her. That's actually my Ja Morant jersey that I've never worn. It's an authentic Ja Morant jersey. I've never worn it. And I said, man, I'm tired of not wearing this jersey to hell with. I'm going to let Cali wear it. We've been getting our butts whooped lately. So she's been resting, so she actually missed the last game. So I said, let me get Cali back out, put her Grizz gear on, let her enjoy this biking channel debut with me. And I'm sorry, yeah, she was finna rest, but I was laughing with her. I said, Cali, you my longest tenured girl, and I keep working the hell out of her. It's so funny because I had a talk with Cali when I first got it. I'm gonna get back to the comments, but I had a talk when I first got here. I said, Cali, I'm gonna work you at the beginning, but as I start getting girls, I'm gonna sit you in the background. I'm gonna let you rest. Man, it's exact opposite. And I'm sorry that I do that to my viewers because I know some of y'all be wanting to see some of the other girls, but that just let you know how much I love her. I try to sit her to the background, but man, it's like Cali crack. It just keeps calling me, man. I'll be like, man, the reason I really brought her out to that, I'm gonna keep going is I've already made a video about it. She just makes me the happiest. And I was like, man, I want to be at my most happy right now. It's her and I say Saima. Mara, I love me some Mara. She's out all the time. But Cali and Saima, they have been around the longest. And so I have a bigger connection with both of them. But either way, yeah. So Cali, the whole point I want to get at with Cali is she has a Kimber doll face. But let me tell you something, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about this face that just, I don't know. It really appeals to me in a emotional as well as an attractive way. Because even though I got the beautiful Mara Blake that's super duper realistic, even if I got the Saima, I love Saima face. Looks just like one of my ex-girlfriends, to be honest. Love Ice in the Moon. She's a knockout. And I like Tsunade, but I like Tsunade better with her glasses on. I'm gonna be honest. And she has a Kimber doll face too, but like I told you, Kimber doll has like about 3 different looking faces to me. They're the same, but they're a little different. And Cali, to me, she has the best version of the faces that they offer. But I even did a show on this one time, guys. I said where every Kimber doll is different once you own them. I don't know how this is really, and I assume it's probably like that with every doll. Like if you see another doll that has the same head as yours, you probably feel the same way as I do with this. But even when I see other Kimber dolls, they don't really look like Cali to me. They look like a Kimber doll, but even though somebody else might be like, oh, they look the same. But for me, I don't know. It's just something about Cali. You know, she's just different to me. That face just, it just lights me up every time. I be like, I look at her sometimes like, Cali, why do you make me so happy? It's just amazing. I don't know how the hell she does this. And it's just, it's her normal Kimber doll face. So either way, I'm stressing this out longer than I should. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna go by quick. I ain't got a couple more comments. I did a video called "The Right Companion Can Withstand Innovation" because I'm all for innovation. I'm all for these companies improving. I don't want to encourage them not to improve. I may not be with all the super duper robotics and AIs where I'm cool with all of that, but I don't really seek it all. I don't really seek it. I'm really so happy with normal companion dogs that don't have any high level functions. I'm actually very happy. But I love to see the progress. I do. But it's sort of what I've already just alluded to. I'm so happy with these girls. They really bring so much joy to my life. And especially if you get one that you really love and connect with, you're gonna be, because this the problem. I've spoke about this before. The moment you buy a companion dog, the next day it's gonna be a dog out better than her. More abilities, better technology, finer, all type of stuff. You're gonna see. The very day you buy a doll, the next day you go looking for a doll, you're gonna be like, dang, I ain't see her. That's just life. Just like a human woman. You may get a fine human woman, and as soon as you start dating, you're gonna start seeing other human women like, ooh, I like her now too. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fact of life. But in the companion dog game, it's gonna hit you even harder because the same company you bought from, a month later, they could come out with a new technology where you could be like, man, if I had just waited one more month, but you wouldn't have known that, right? But when you got the right girl, it ain't gonna matter. You still gonna be happy. Like Cali, she can't do half the stuff that some of these new type girls can do. She doesn't have the high level things going on like Mara Blade, as far as permanent makeup, as far as all of the skin texture and articulated hands. She doesn't have all of that. And I love that my Iron Tech girl has all of that. But I don't love Cali any less. As a matter of fact, even when I pull her out now, I sort of laugh at her primitive I love her because I laugh at her primitive hands and stuff, because I'm like, you know what? It's so funny because I still love this girl. And I always tell people against getting eBay and black dogs. Why? I don't want them getting bad products and stuff. But I've often said, even though they're bad products, they can break on you in 2 days. Dolls, no matter what doll you get, can do the same thing emotionally. As far as just being there for you. whether she's a black market doll or not. But I'm never going to promote you getting a black market doll or eBay doll. Why? They're not bad. They're not good for you. They're inferior product. They can break. But it breaks my heart. I've even done a show on that. It breaks my heart to see those black market dolls or something get thrown away or whatever. But they're not good product. But at the end of the day, they can still bring you joy. I've said that. So as far as Cali is concerned, it makes me laugh, you know, that even though she can't do some of the stuff all these newer ladies can do, guess what? I don't love her any less. And that's what I was saying. You won't either. You'll feel the same way. And Kevin Gray, he commented on it and he said, man, I'm always interested in the latest innovations. Do you think they would do something with the eyes soon? Like, will they move or can the girls squint their eyes? He said, just a question. Eyes are what make them look super real, in my opinion. And I said, the eye movements are already in real doll robotics. And I believe the eye movements are in some other AI dolls, but some of these AI dolls I've seen, they just have talking mechanisms, but you know, the mouth it may move just a little bit, but it's not convincing like real dolls. And in some of these AI dolls, their eyes don't move. But what I told him is, for definite, the eye movements, the squinting, the facial movements, as a matter of fact, all of that is already, and I've done shows on it, all of that is already present in real doll, in their AI mechanics as far as their face movements. So that's already actually in production if somebody would want to pay for it. I'm talking about they look around and they squint, they do it all, they blink, they do it all. So I'm sure over time, when I told him, I said full facial expressions. I said, hold on. I said a real doll has the movements of squinting and blinking. I said full facial expressions. Oh, I said they have full facial expressions, and I'm sure they will be implemented with other brands over time. It's just like the articulated finger thing. You know, some companies were offering articulated fingers, and it was a specialty item. But now most of these legitimate brands, they come with articulated fingers. You know, you can still find a couple of brands out there that don't have it as a default, but a lot of these brands have it as a default. And I told you that's what had me mad with when I got the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki, because it was what I told you just here a second ago. Let me move that a little bit. I don't know how they got moved, but I don't like. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, it was like I told you a second ago. I bought Saima, and several months down the line, after I got her with wired fingers, they said, yeah, from now on, we finna start making articulated fingers a default option. And I'm like, what? So I got my girl with wired fingers, and now they coming out with articulated fingers. I mean, it was just what I told you, but I still love me some Saima Renee. I mean, hey, guess what? I missed the boat, but I still love her. But yeah, I do believe in the future that all brands, you know, that are into AI are going to have those eye movements and facial movements. And look, all this stuff going to be commonplace at some point. And I believe that will, you know, things like that, that's going to be available for us very soon with all companies. I am hesitant when people say, hey, so when are they going to get up and start walking? I'm like, hey, slow your roll, bro. We ain't going to have the full. I still am saying we're not going to have full Terminators walking around looking completely human in our individual households in this particular generation. I do believe it's a ways away. But let's go. So that was all the comments I had on that. Like I said, I'm working through it pretty quick. It's just me bloviating is taking taking the real time here. The next video I had was don't wait for AI to bond with your companion. I'm glad I got a couple of comments on that. But that little video, it was basically about, man, I've heard so many guys, yeah, when AI get better, that's when I'm going to have a real connection with my girl. And I'm like, what? Don't wait on AI, man. AI can't do all the work for you, bro. You got to have an imagination, and you need to be building a bond with your girl, whether she has AI or not. It don't really come down to whether your girl can talk to whether you bond with her. It's about are you spending some time with her, keeping her around you while you do the things you love. It can just simply be watching TV. That's all I really do. Watch sports and stuff with my girls. Not like we're doing any damn daredevil stunts, but just having them around and not having them put up in the closet 24/7. All the girls aren't out, but I do keep somebody out with me at all times. And whoever's out with you, you're going to be building a bond with that particular doll. I promise you. You don't have to wait on AI. And Kevin Gray, Dog King Army team member, he commented, in your opinion, how much AI or tech is too much for you? Would you want a fully animated campaign in the Army? I said, for me, I don't think a fully functioning AI robot will be developed in the near future, like I just said. But I said, but I would take one into the family if a company sent me one. I've always said that. If somebody say, hey, Hefner, we need you to, we got a fully fully capable AI, AI robot. It can walk, talk, do everything, all the bells and whistles. We want you to, test it out for a while. Or even if they sent me one that couldn't walk, right, but it had a lot of robotic functions, I'd take it. But I say, I personally, though, I don't desire an AI doll because I don't really care for my girls to talk. I really don't set up desire for them to just do a lot of talking. Like I said, I guess because I've had so many human relationships, I'm not, people would take that wrong. Like, you want all your girls to just shut up and be quiet. Nah, that ain't true. If I'm with a human woman, yeah, I'm cool with them talking and conversating with them and blah, blah, blah. But I've told you, man, talking and stuff, some of that stuff is overrated. It can cause more problems than solutions. Sometimes, man, you have a human woman with you or whatever, or a woman can have a human man with them. Just by being in a person's living space, you feel like, okay, I got to say something. Hey, you all right over there? Baby, you okay? Well, what you thinking? What you doing? It could be too much. We're conditioned to think we always got to communicate. No, I'm talking about verbally. No, you can just be in each other's presence sometime. Hey, hug each other, be a little affectionate here and there, but some of that talking is unneeded. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't really need Cat and them to have a voice to where they're making some artificial conversations and stuff, And I don't want to down artificial conversations. I think AI can be cool. Don't get me wrong. I would take one. Don't get me wrong. I would take one. But I'm saying I don't really need that. To me, it sort of complicates things as far as the companion doll lifestyle, because they're coming out with these companion dolls. Well, not coming out with them. Even with real doll, you can have a setting on there to where she sort of plays hard to get or gives you a tough time or whatever. And I made a video about that where I don't want my dolls in a position to where they're mimicking a human so much, because I don't want to experience the tough times. That's the whole point of me having a companion doll. I want to be in bliss the whole time. I don't want her arguing with me. I don't want her giving me all this unnecessary resistance to certain things. No. If I want that, then I will just go straight to human. I don't really desire that. But I would take it, but I don't desire it. So that was all on that. Where am I at now? Hold on, let me see something. Oh, this is a good one. I had a comment on my Iron Tech Dog video, review video. It was from a girl. She said, her name was Broken Dolly. She said, I'm a girl. I want a companion doll. They are so beautiful. I collect dolls of all sorts, and I would love to have a cuddle baby like one of these to enjoy. I just simply said, if you collect dolls, you're going to love companion dolls. It's nothing else like having your own life-size synthetic companion. Because like I said, if you like dolls of any sort, it's just the doll world brought to adult size, to real life. It's amazing. I love to have a woman comment. I always love to have a woman comment. So okay, I'm not gonna say anything on that video. There wasn't much of a comment on that. Let me see this. Oh, I had a reset Sunday where I was saying it was called Reprogram Your Mind. And it was basically like, man, when I got into the companion doll life, I was sort of negative and things of that nature. You know, I wasn't negative about everything, but I had a more of a negative outlook on life. I'm gonna be honest. But it's just like anything that brings you joy in life. Once you start getting some joy in your life, you start waking up and be like, man, what am I really doing here? And that's what the doll started waking me up to. It started getting me more tuned with my spirituality and everything. Started getting more positive. But what happened was I made a conscious decision, like, you know what? I'm done even absorbing anything negative. I'm finna start absorbing nothing but the positive. And shutting out any of the negative. And that started improving my life to the nth degree. And that's basically why I made that video. I'm like, hey, if you really want to get positive in your life, you got to make a conscious decision to shut out all of the negative. Don't forget everything somebody said negative about you, because some of that stuff could be lurking in the back of your mind and you don't know it. Get rid of those thoughts. Stop looking at the damn news. Stop, when you see negative stuff, turn off of it. Don't talk about it. I mean, all that type of stuff. And you'll be in a better position as far as thinking positive all the time. So Sheila Bell, Doc King Army team member, said, thanks for this message. My guy Moon, or I don't know if it's a guy, could be a woman, who knows. But Moon Gloomable says, great advice. I think it's a guy though. He said, great advice. You always keep it real. Appreciate your Moon Gloomable. King of Jones says, this is so true. I bought a companion dog. It hasn't shipped yet. I know she has got a lot of positive things to say about me. Hey, I said she would be great for you, my friend. She would definitely have some positive stuff to bring to your life. Kevin Gray said, you're the best out there, Doc King Armor team member. He said, you're the best out there. Happy Sunday. I said, thanks and God bless, my friend. So that was all I had for that. I think this is it, guys. Yep, this is it. I told you it wasn't that long today. The last video I have that people made some comments on was why you don't have to be lonely. Oh no, I got one more. It says why you don't have to be lonely. And it was a real quick short that I did. And I was just basically saying, hey, I've been seeing these people on the internet, man, I'm so lonely. Oh Lord, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm like, hey, bro, you ain't gotta be lonely now. Get you one of these companion dogs, build your confidence up. You can still date human women. Or you cannot date human women, whatever you want to do. But either way, you ain't got to be lonely. And my guy Idaho Shipbuilder says, I'm right by lady watching. She likes me watching these videos, and I love to hear that, man. He said her name is Cynthia. What up, Cynthia? He says, I have a Starpery silicone Starpery 152 centimeter with articulated hands. He said it's been a year later and she's still like new. I love to hear that he's taking care of his girl. He said he regularly dresses her, poses her 4 times or more a week with care. He's been with dogs since 2018. Now, he said he had enough of rejection from modern women in dating. I still hope he has some experiences with women because, like I say, it's cool to come to the dog game because you've been rejected, but I always preach, man, don't give up if you've never had the vagina now. You need that experience. But even if so, I'm still glad you're happy, that he found some happiness. He said, these dogs are very special and important to me. Keep preaching, bro. And that's, hey, I appreciate that encouragement. I said, glad to have you and Cynthia checking in. Starper is a great brand. I did a show on Starper, so you can check that out. I did it a while back. I said, dogs can definitely do some healing, my friend. Definitely. I had Universal Red God. He told me, yep. And Leo says, I don't know where he got this idea from, but he asked me, was Mara Blade for sale? I don't know whether he meant that I don't know whether he thought that when I said you don't have to be lonely, where I was sort of saying, hey, you can buy one of my girls. But now I was basically saying you can get one of these girls like me. Not that you can get one of my girls. But yeah, I said what I told him is you can get your own version of Mara Blade, which Mara Blade, for all of you don't know, that's my girl sitting up on the bed, a full silicone iron technique girl. I said you can get your own version of her through any of my vendor links. Because if anybody doesn't know, you can get a companion doll through me. Look at the links that I have in my videos. I have it in the about section on my YouTube channel. If you're on social media, you can check my bios. But I have links that you can get a companion doll from great vendors. You can get a real doll from me. You can get a real doll through the show. But you know, I've had 5, 6 people now that have said that they wanted to, said that they basically wanted to help the show. But some of them, I really think innocently just made a mistake and didn't hit the link the right way or whatever. But none of these people, even the recent guy that I talked to, I think is, man, I'm not going to even say his name. I'm not going to even say his name. But one of my recent viewers, he was just telling me, yeah, man, I just got my dog. And I'm like, well, I don't see it. Because I get a notification from my vendors when people use a link. I was like, man, I haven't seen anybody use a link when you said you used it. He was like, man, I used, I'm going to show you the screenshot, which I don't know why he would have a screenshot of him actually using it. But either way, he never sent it. So I think he probably realized, oh, I probably didn't use his link. And it's easy not to use it because you can look on my list and be like, I'm going to go there on my own and not even think about it. Or you can click on my link and you can click out of there without realizing it and go back in there on your own. Well, then now I don't get the credit. And at this point, I'm going to let you know it's very important if you want to help the show to when you click on one of my vendor links that you stay in there. If you're planning on making that purchase, stay in there until you complete your purchase. And then the show will actually benefit from you improving your life. And right now, we really do need you to do that if you're planning on getting a doll. We would really love for you to go through us. But like I told him, if you ever want a girl like I have, go through one of my vendor links and you can, if you want to make a girl that looks just like mine, hey, do whatever you want to do. You can do that. But I'm not selling any of my personal girls right now. But that was a good question. So I'm done. I'm done. Oh, nope. I got one more. Because this was a trip right here. I found one little thing that I wanted to talk about. I thought it was on here. Let's see. I don't see it anymore. Somebody, it wasn't a comment. Oh, there it is. My guy Black Zach. I haven't heard from him in a while, but it was a video I did a while back called "Healing with Heat," where I had hurt my girl Saima, and I had to heal her by applying some heat on her. I had let an impression get in her leg from something. I forgot what it was. I think I let something sit on her or something too long, and it left a little impression in her, and I had to put some heat on her leg to get the impression out. But on that video, it was this girl named Moni that commented, and I can't lie, I don't know why Moni, just her conversation, she might not even look attractive in real life, but something about her conversation was turning me on a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. But she said, she commented on there, "Don't you want some real cat?" And she had like 4 cats on there. She didn't say the word cat, but she just had 4 cats on there. And I can't lie, I love when human women sort of talk to me like that because it's a bit of a turn on a little bit. I like, look at her. She, because when a woman says honestly, they may not always mean it completely like this, but this is how it really comes across. And more times than not, it does mean this though. When a woman says, "Don't you want some real cat?" They're basically saying, "Man, you don't want none. I give you some." That's basically what they're sort of saying, right? In a way. And I was like, I've had some human vagina many times, Moni. Because sometimes they don't think you've had vagina. I said, me and the girls don't even have sex. Me and my girls. I said, I'm so happy I haven't even gotten to the sexual level with them. I said, take care. And she said, Jada King, but don't you want a real girlfriend? So she basically said, you mean to tell me if I came over there and tried to get with you, you wouldn't do it? That's bad, because they really be like, man, you mean to tell me you wouldn't do it? And I said, Monty, once again, these are real girlfriends. Because people say, don't you want a real girl? I'm like, hey, these girls are real. They aren't human, but they are real. They sitting right next to me. I said, they just aren't human. I said, I'm already happy, but if a human woman came along, I would consider dating her, but my synthetic ladies aren't going anywhere. And that's when Moni came back. Like I said, she had me going. I can't lie. I just sort of loved her sort of constantly coming back at me. But she was like, J-Dog King, but what if you find a human, beautiful woman who offers you more than the dolls do? See, I promise you, it's more to it than just a question. When a woman starts asking you stuff like that, they're sort of almost asking for themselves. So that's why I was like, look at her. She said, what if you come across a human, beautiful woman who offers you more than the dolls do, but then she tells you to get rid of the dolls as it creeps her out? Are you seriously going to choose plastic dolls over some real cat? Let's be real. That's what I can't lie. She had me worked up a little bit I was laughing, but I also was like, you know what? This girl, she turning me on a little bit. I like a little spunk out of a human woman. And she basically like, you mean to tell me if I come over there and put this cat out, you gonna and tell you got to get rid of these dogs? You mean to tell me you ain't gonna take this cat? And I told her, at Moni, that's the first time. Now I had Ed here the whole time. I said, Moni, no matter how beautiful a human woman is, they can never offer unconditional loyalty. And that's where when she was like, if a human woman can offer more. And I was like, well, it's things they can do that my dog can't do. Don't get me wrong. But they can never offer unconditional loyalty. I said, I would never get rid of my dogs for a human woman. For a human woman who can get up and leave me as soon as I get rid of my girls. I've said that before. It's no way I'm finna let some human woman, I don't care how fine she is. I ain't gonna lie, I might sniff the vagina. If Thana, if you want to come over here, I sniff it. We can make love. We can do all that stuff. But the moment you say, get rid of my girls, that's when I'm going to be like, hey, you might want to leave. So I said, I would never get rid of one of my dogs for a human woman who can get up and leave me as soon as I get rid of my girls. I said, if she ain't cool with my dog, she ain't cool with me. I said, I love your questions, though. Now, she didn't say anything else after that because she was probably like, damn, okay. I can't convince him to get rid of the dogs. But Black Zach, the only reason I told that whole story is it's funny because this happened this happened 11 months ago, this conversation. But Black Zach just saw that thread. And he came on there and said, that's right, brother. So I guess he read that whole conversation and was like, yeah, you did the right thing. But what was that on, though? Oh, yeah, that was just one of my old videos. So now I'm done. I'm at the hour and 10-minute mark. And so I got a few things to say about Sino-doll, but I'm going to take a break right quick and see if anybody's made any comments that I need to catch up with. And that was totally it was sort of plain. And I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. Ataya, she says, I love how the shades of blue match the jersey and hair with Cali. Yeah. As far as Cali, it's crazy. I just didn't want to put her pink hair back on with that jersey. And me personally, I don't like to do too much with the color. I like things to sort of halfway be color coordinated. And I was honestly like, man, that may be too much blue. But I really didn't want to put any other wig on her. But once I put the wig on, I'm like, you know what? I actually like it. I actually like the blue on blue. So I'm glad you said that too, Ataya. Sheila Bell, Dog King Army team member. Hail to the Dog King and the ladies. What up, Sheila Bell? I was just saying, I'm sending shots out to all my Dog King Army team members. Love you guys. Appreciate all the support, man. Right now, you're my main mode of support. You're taking care of me, supporting me, and I really appreciate you. Bearded MGTOW says, tell me more about the black market dolls. I can buy cheap and become a dealer in my area. No, no, no. I don't. You can try to get one of these black market dolls if you want to, but I wouldn't even want to encourage you to do that, man, because why would you want to put negative and bad products out to people, harming their bodies? You know why? So you can make a profit. You wouldn't want to be that type of person. Well, I wouldn't think you would want to be that type of person. You know, and then a lot of times with these black market dolls, these guys get these dolls, and like I said, they're broken 2 days, 2 weeks, and they just wasted their money when they could have just invested in a good brand doll. And then you have these guys that what I think are a bit unlucky to where their campaign doll might last longer. And they think, hey man, I did good by going off eBay. Nah, man, this doll is made with inferior materials. You know, no checks and things that you can be getting sick right now and not even know it because you're dealing with a dog that hasn't went through any quality checks. So I wouldn't ever want any of my viewers to get involved into the black market. I can't stop people from buying the black market, but I definitely wouldn't encourage anybody to sell in the black market. Power Brain, what up, Power Brain? Good to see you, brother. Whoa. Oh, he said, "Shalom, family. What up? What up, Power Brian? Good to see you, my friend. I didn't know what. I didn't look. It didn't look spelled. I didn't know what that word was until I read it." MGTOW says, "Wow, 1 exact hour. I don't know what he means by that. 1 exact hour. Probably because the show been going on for an hour. Who knows?" James Krause says, "Did I actually get a live one? Oh yes, you did, Krause. I'm here." Star Contrast says, should I get the soft butt option for Zelix doll or will the material rip easily since it's soft silicone? No, 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 no. That's a personal choice. With the soft butt option, it's gonna feel great. I know that. With me, like I say, I was going to get the soft butt option with my Iron Tech girl, but the owner, I think he just knows how I do things with my show and how I sit my girls down for long periods of time. He was like, nah, maybe you shouldn't. Now, when I get my real doll, at some point, I won't have a choice, because they come with soft gel butts now. And they just have like soft gel parts in their bodies already. So I'm just gonna have to be very careful with her. But as far as Zelex and other companies, uh, I think it's brand to brand how well they do these gel butts or gel breasts. Because I'm letting you know, my WM gel breast, even though she's a silicone, she's a TPE girl, they don't feel anything like the Iron Tech doll gel breast. They feel totally different. And I truly believe that even if I had an Iron Tech doll TPE girl with gel breast, it would still feel different than my WM doll. I think every company sort of does it differently. So as far as the butt is concerned, with any gel butt, I just say this, you're going to have to be a little bit more careful about having her sitting down for too long. So you definitely, if you go with a gel butt, you definitely need to have some memory foam in your home. I just say it's really up to you. But if you're going to not take, special care with her as far as, not letting her sit down forever on her butt, you're going to have to move her every now and then. If you don't think you're going to do that, I would say don't get the gel butt. Just go ahead and get the regular butt. But if you know that you're going to move her around every couple of days or so, because I think she with enough memory foam, you could probably let her sit around for a day or two without thinking about it. So yeah, those are the parameters I would say, I would set for you. If you think because you're going to enjoy the feel of it, I'm sure. I've never actually touched a gel butt. I've only seen videos, and from the videos I see, I'd be like, man, that's what made me want a gel butt. So I probably won't have that until I get a real doll. But even when I get her, you know, I've been told that she can sit around for a while on her gel butt for days, actually, on memory foam for days. But I'm not sure how that is with all brands because I've heard some horror stories with these gel implants, you know, especially with some of the gel implants. Let's just say a year or so ago. I don't know how companies have improved, but have heard a few horror stories of people getting their butts deformed from sitting them down uh for too long. And from what I heard is once you get that gel butt deformed, there's no getting it back right. So you definitely want to be careful. Heavy Metal Martise in the house, Dark King Army team member. What up, my friend? Like I say, I was just talking about the Discord Heavy Metal. I was like, hey, me and you the ones that sort of really the strongest voices in there, but we do have a couple of other members that have joined that just aren't active right now. But yeah. So I was glad to know they're Heavy Metal. We do actually have a couple of people that are in there. They just aren't active. And I did block somebody. I don't know who that is. I'm hoping it wasn't an official team member, but it was somebody that I didn't recognize. So I had to block them. MGTOW, he says, which type of doll is better for cuddling all night while sleeping? The doll should be good and unbreakable. It can be less realistic but strong so it doesn't break. You said a lot there. For one, I did a video recently about men and being heavy-handed and unnecessarily rough. And, you know, MGTOW, I hope you're not that type of person, but just your statement is you like, hey, the doll should be good and unbreakable. Well, the doll should be sturdy, but you shouldn't be a dang, I ain't talking about you, I'm just talking about anybody else. Shouldn't be a damn wild man laying in the bed thinking your doll should just hold up no matter what you do to it. Yeah, let me just slam my leg on her. Oh, yeah, ooh, let me just lay it on her. You shouldn't be breaking. I paid for you. Nah, you know, if you're going to be that type now, your doll is going to break. You got to be careful with these girls. These girls are still sensitive. And I keep telling people, you know, we're in the golden age of dolls, but we're actually in the doll infancy. We're in the beginning of a technology. We're not in the middle or the end. We're as good as these girls look. We're in the beginning of technology still. These dolls are only beginning to get better. Believe me. So these hands and stuff, even articulated hands, are still sensitive. You got to watch how you turn the covers. You don't want to have your girl's hands and stuff caught up in the covers. I mean, I was doing a video the other day where I sort of slapped down a little bit by mistake on Mara Blade's finger, and it made her finger go down like that. I never really make that mistake with my girls. I was so happy that she wasn't damaging anything. So even me, you know, you can make this small little mistake one time, and luckily I made her finger go down the right direction, and then make it go up and do something crazy. But you know, you can make just a slight mistake. So, and that's me, and I'm always trying to be super careful with my girls. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, they need to be made strong, but you have to be careful still. MGTOW says going to take a nap and then hit the gym. Have a great one. Just because, MGTOW might have been saying, hey, we made the hour mark because, hey, it's supposed to be Dog King Power Hour. We went past the hour. Who knows? But this show should have been quicker because let me see what time it is. Yep, 4:30. And so I'm going to get out of here in a second. But man, I want to go back over this Sino-doll stuff right quick because when I did the video, it was just a few things I didn't get a chance to talk about. So I'm going to go over Sino-doll real quick. But yeah, man, Sino-doll. Of course, I can't really show you anything, but yeah, their home company, Sino-doll, the actual company name is Guangdong Shandai Xenoxin Environmental Protection Technology Company. That's the real name of the company, not Sino-doll. You know, Sino-doll is their front name, pretty much. They said, I love they had a decent little intro statement. That's why I said I'm gonna take a little time to read that. They said, they're mainly engaged in the research and development and production of high-end platinum silicone, physical dolls, and intelligent simulators. I don't know what they mean by, well, I guess intelligent simulators meaning like, hey, the synthetic simulation, not necessarily robotic simulation. They say they have the high-end silicone medical products and simulation toys. It's auxiliary products because they do have toys and torsos. They specialize in development, production, and sale of high-end silicone products. They have nearly 10 years of in industry experience in silicone physical dolls. And they say Sino-doll and Top Sino are the original brands of Guangdong Hyundai Zenoxin Environmental Protection Technology Company, basically Sino-doll. All products under this brand are original products developed by our company. So that's pretty much their little mission statement here. And they had another I said this at the end of my video because I like what they said. They said in today's society, silicone dolls are not only an adult toy, but I don't think they're a toy at all. He said they're also a work of art, and I definitely agree with them on that. They said we create beauty and dreams. And Iron Tick Doll, they say they do beauty inspired creation. I love their little thing, and I actually love this dream too. They create beauty and dreams. I actually like that. They say our rich experience and outstanding performance are core to competitiveness. The continuous improvement of our performance of silicone dolls makes our product more and more perfect. They have some great, beautiful dolls. Let me just say that. They have some beautiful, beautiful girls. I was just going through all their girls. I'm going to go through them really quickly. Oh, no, let me say something else, though. They have this on their home page, and this is just the home page of the company. They had this area called Enterprise Features where they sort of discuss all the little things that they do. They talk about the implanted hair. I've already done a show about that, about how painstaking that is. They were just saying, hey, hair implants are a long time and require patience to complete. They said we have a responsibility to meet the special needs of our customers. I like that. They said warehouse. What do they say about a warehouse? They basically just said we have our own warehouse to store our products. I like what they said about packaging. They said packaging can reflect whether a doll company really loves their silicone dolls. They said we have 3 kinds of packaging methods. The flight case, which most of the people offer. They have the wooden box. Everybody doesn't offer the wooden box. That's mainly a real doll thing. So they do offer a wooden box. That's pretty cool. And they do offer carton packaging, which most people get theirs in the carton. They say the doll is completely surrounded by foam. I think that's pretty cool. They said that ensures 100% protection. That is pretty cool. Let's see what else they got going on here. They talk about the mold establishment, basically the molds that they use to make the bodies. They say every part of the most realistic doll is cloned from the real body. For example, the vagina, anus, and skin texture. So are they saying that they use the actual? Oh, wow. Now, hey, I didn't really, I know some companies use female models, but a lot of them do 3D printing. Man, they're actually doing the mold straight from the human body. They have a woman laying down. Oh my God, that's actually very amazing. They have a woman laying down where they're actually putting the mold on her body. That is cool. They said every part of the most realistic silicone doll is cloned from the real body. For example, the vagina, anus, and skin texture. Wow, they said because only the real human experience can be considered by users to be the best silicone dolls. Now, that's why I wanted to go back over this because I'm like, man, you can't cover everything in the video, or it would be an hour-long video. They said their permanent makeup in case, they basically say that it would last for a long time, pretty much. And then they go on to just say how they make sure that all the pruning of the doll, so you won't be seeing all those seam lines. They do that to perfection pretty much. So yeah, those are just some of the details I want to read of them. But yeah, after that, I ain't gonna stretch this out too long. I'm gonna let you guys get out of here. But I went through all of their different brands. They have Top Sino, XNX, GD Sino, Sino-doll, and BBW selections. Their Top Sino, like I said in the video, that's their most realistic doll, according to them. And they have some nice dolls here, man. But I remember when I was first interested in Sino, I was like, man, they don't have anything. And I love Asian women, but they didn't have any other selections other than these Asian faces. And I was like, man, they got to step their game up. But that was a while back. But right now, they do have a Western version, like I said in my video recently. It's called the XNX doll. But on the Top Sino, oh, it's something I forgot that I wanted to say. On the Top Sino-doll, and you can do this on all the dolls, I believe, but on the Top Sino, everything is pretty much customizable, man. Eyes, lips, wigs, nipple color, fingernails, of course, vagina. And most girls you can do that with. But this is the thing I love about the Top Sino, where they just have straight up the tattoos just straight up already available. It's some manufacturers who would, who offer the ability to do a tattoo. Like Real Doll, you can get a tattoo there. And I think they actually have a couple to choose from. I think you can actually get some there. But other than them, I don't really know of many companies that just have it laid out like this. I'm not saying that it's not any out there, but this is a rarity to have these tattoos already, available. And they are pretty nice, honestly. Very nice quality tattoos that they have available. So I thought that was pretty cool. And they have bikini lines. Like I said in the video, I wouldn't necessarily probably get a bikini line, but I like that they have them available. This is something that I forgot in the video. And I said, man, I got to cover this because I actually forgot this. Man, you can actually buy the doll with a hymen intact. So you can make her a legit version if you want to. And it's only $30. It'll come with a little film over the vagina to where, hey, you would really have to break the hymen to make love to her. I thought, I don't think I've seen anybody else with that. And I forgot that out of the video. And like I said, the only real robotic things they have right now is the body heating or sound, from what I see. And that's why I say, a couple of years ago, I think that they were one of the best companies as far as body painting and all of the details. But now I really do believe that, other silicone companies, they have just as amazing body paint, Zelex, Iron. Now I think the Iron still has to catch up with them as far as the quantity of dolls they have and all of that. And maybe even Zelex does too. But as far as just the quality of production, these companies, they've caught up as far as that's concerned. But Sino-doll has a great collection of dolls. So their Top Sino, you're going to find some great girls. This XNX doll series they have, the Western series, they've done a lot since I've checked on them. I'm going to be honest. They have some of these girls in this series, they really blow me away. I'm going to be honest with you. A couple of these girls looking really good. A couple of them looking really, really good. Yeah. They need some darker models for this XNX series, though. But I'm going to tell you something that sort of threw me off. I went to it's going to come up a little later. But first, let's go to this GD series. And this GD series, I hate MGTOW's gone because he would love this GD series. Oh, man, he would love this GD series. And it's basically their game doll series. And like I say, I bet they're a little bit peeved because they made this series after anime or game dolls that you would find in the game. Now, they aren't the exact models of any doll you would find in the game. They're just their versions of anime or game looking game lady type dolls. They all look great. But Game Lady Doll has come along and they're using real characters. So somebody may not be quite as drawn to this particular category because they may be like, hey, if I'm gonna get an anime doll, I may just go over there. Uh, but they do have a great selection in this category. I did want to say that even though they may not be your exact character, they are some great anime game lady looking type dolls. Then you go down to the Sino-doll, and this is really they say honestly their original brand was Top Sino and Sino, but from what I've heard, the original brand was just the Sino-doll. And when I looked at their just regular Sino-dolls, they actually have some males in this category for women. They may be looking for that, or just anybody that wants a male doll. But they do actually have a couple of Western faces in their regular Sino-doll collection. And one of them happens to be a darker girl. So I don't know why this darker girl and some of these other faces that I see in the regular collection aren't in the XNX doll collection, because they don't look strictly Asian. And maybe they had made these dolls beforehand and they didn't have them in that specific category. So they just say, hey, we didn't make them specifically for this XNX category, even though they are Western faces. So, when they started that new category, they just said, we'll just leave the other girl where she is. Because they have a great, I'm not going to show it to you or anything, but they have a great darker silicone doll that's just in their Sino-doll collection. Then you move down to the BBW selection, and I talked about it. These aren't BBWs from what I know. Now, when I think about a BBW, I'm thinking about now Starprey. Was that Starprey? I think that's Starprey that has that BBW doll out now, and she looks more like closer to a regular BBW woman, even though that doll still isn't like a BBW woman, because a BBW human woman, for all that don't know, that's normally what we call a big beautiful woman, where hey, she may be thick, she may not have the perfect waistline, but she still is beautiful, and she's attractive to you. It's hard to duplicate that in a companion doll because that's a lot of material. But I think that Starprey probably has done the best at coming closest to making a full figure type woman. But in Sino-doll's case, if you go to their BBW, it's more or less girls with big breasts, and a couple of girls have bigger butts. So that's really what they mean. Don't get thrown off by the BBW as far as that's concerned. And I talked about that in the video as well. But like I say, I really love Sino-doll. And when I was looking back over them, I actually found the girl that I was going to buy. And she's honestly damn near the cheapest girl that you can get now, honestly, on their whole site. And I still love her just as much. And I was like, ooh, man, I would still get her. And she's a regular Sino. I said, I would still get her. But she's been around for a while, so I guess they're like, okay, we're going to drop her down. But I really love that doll still. But if I had to just choose today, I don't know who it exactly would be. But it could literally still be that girl. Because even with all their improvements, I still like her. But I love Sino. I think this is a great company. I would love for them to send me a doll one day. I would be very pleased. But here's the deal. I do think they have work to do, because Iron Tech has been around like 5-6 years now. So has Zelex. They've been around like 5 years, and the body paint, they're on point with a Sino-doll. They don't have all the selection, but they're on point with that. But now they've added these robotic elements. And let's be, just to be 100% clear on it, I'm not even really desiring robotic elements. But I know you guys out there, a lot of you are looking for newer and better elements, to add to your doll. I had one of my viewers recently, like I say, he said he used my link, but I didn't see where it went through, but God bless him. I'm still happy for him. But he said he ordered a doll with the robotic features that I was just recently talking about from Iron Tech Doll. He said he looked at the videos and they seemed more realistic to him as well, and that's what he went with. And so it's going to be more and more people like him that's going to be like, hey man, I'm interested in some of these robotic functions. So that's why I say, Sino, I love you. I'm still a big fan of you, and I still want one of your products to test it for myself. But if you're talking about staying ahead, over the last 2 years, they did add this series and they did add several models. So I can't get mad at them on that. But they have to improve in the robotics. And that's just not them, that's other companies as well. Uh, these smaller companies are making a move because pretty soon Iron Doll and Zelex, they aren't going to be smaller companies. And Starpery and all of these, they're going to be the big dogs on the block because they are constantly pushing the envelope. And Sino-doll, like I say, I'm not saying they aren't pushing the envelope. I'm just saying that they need to, not rest on their laurels. They got to catch up. They got to catch up a little bit in the robotics department. But you're not going to be upset if you look at their selection of companion dogs. I don't know why I always, every time I think of Sino-doll, I think of San Huey doll as well. I'm a big fan of San Huey doll. I like to tell you, I love all these brands just like a lot of you. But I'm always going to have a bit of skepticism until I touch the product. But I've talked about San Huey doll before in the past too, and I would love to sort of get a look at both of their products side by side with my own eyes. Because one thing I've said about San Huey in the past is I love how they say that they won't even make a doll with a removable vagina because they don't think it's realistic. I love it. I'm like, yeah, I love that company just from saying that right there. So either way, big fan of Sino-doll. I definitely want to see what they're going to do in the future. And I want to just give a little rundown on them right quick. But man, this show, I definitely want to get ready to let you guys go. Want to tell you thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of your support. It's been a while since I did a live stream. This one went a little longer than I wanted it to go. I wanted to go about an hour, maybe an hour and a half at the most. So we're a little bit past that, but time flies when you're having fun. Because the truth be told, I could probably do this for another 2-3 hours if I really wanted to, because I just have fun doing this. But I like to keep these shows, these live streams, somewhat digestible. So I do want to remind you all, man, I have the link to my brand new biking channel. Me, Cali, and the girls are excited. It's not a channel focused on companion dogs. My girls will be in videos with me because they are a part of my life. But this is really based off of my love for riding the bike and becoming a brand new bike commuter. I've always owned a bike, but I've relied on automobiles like most of America. But when my car went down and I didn't have the finance to get another car right then, I just had to try to survive. I'm like, hey, I'm going to start bike commuting. I'm not going to even attempt to try to get a car or anything. And it's been the best thing I've ever done. I feel healthy every day. I love riding my bike. I keep a smile on my face. And as far as the girls are concerned, the only thing I miss about a car is sometimes it's that occasional thing where you may need bigger transportation. And I don't have the money right now, God bless. Just today, I will in the future. But today I don't have the funds to do anything extra. Not anything right now. I just have the ability to try to keep going for right now today. But I always tell you guys, God is an explosive God. I may be in a little bit of lack today and explosive blessings tomorrow. But as far as the subject matter that I'm talking about right now, I couldn't afford to take the gears out right today if I wanted to. But that would be the only thing that I really miss a car for is I can't go out on adventures and expose different people to this life. Because I don't go out on adventures just to expose people to the dogs. I go out on adventures because I love going out with my girls. If I have extra money, I love going out on a date every now and then, just like a human woman. And the byproduct of it is people that happen to see me get exposed to the lifestyle. So I just want to make that clarification. I don't go out to influence people. I go out and they happen to be influenced because they're going to see me. But I haven't done that in months because I haven't had a car in months. So it's the only thing I miss about it. But I did start this new channel. I would love for you guys to click that link in the description of this video. You'll find the channel, the link for my biking channel. All the videos are going to drop actually in a little over an hour. They're going to start dropping. And man, I'm super excited for it. So God bless you guys. Please do that. And once again, you see the link right here. You can type it in to your screen if you want to, and join the channel. So I appreciate all of your support here. I want to say God bless everybody for watching, tuning in, whether you looked at it live, whether you're going to look at it later, wherever you are, whatever country you're in. God bless you. Whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, new relationships, health, finances, whatever it is, we're praying that you have it. We ask you believe it, and then you will receive it. But thank you guys for tuning into the Power Hour. It's been great. It's been fun. And believe me, we have only just begun to talk about the stuff that we could have talked about today. Because it's all type of stuff happening in the world. My goodness. Things that we don't even want to focus on. But it's all type of stuff happening. But like I say, we're going to keep this show digestible. We're going to let you enjoy your Wednesday. God bless you. I'm going to run over these last comments, and we're going to get the hell up out of here. Austin still checked in at the last second. Oh, man, looks like I caught you right at the end of the stream. But hey, Jay, Reggie just texted me today, and my girl's getting worked on as we speak. I told you you had nothing to worry about as long as you had the funds to pay for it, which you did. So God bless you. Happy to hear from you, Austin. Bearded McTow gave me the peace sign because I was talking to him earlier. Austin says TPE will feel much softer to the touch. So I'd say it's better for cuddling, but TPE doesn't feel as lifelike as silicone. Right. I like the way you said that. It's pretty much how I said it too. Like, you know, you got this super duper soft silicone coming out now, Austin, with a lot of companies, and I'll be talking about it more and more, where it's damn near getting close to TPE. But at the end of the day, right now, TPE is a bit more softer. So if you're going to like laying on it more, that's just the truth. You're going to like probably making love to it more. So he's right. But just the texture of silicone, it's going like when I go rub my hands over Mara Blade, she's going to feel more like a human to the touch as far as her skin and just the consistency to me. Austin says, but if cuddling is your thing, TPE might be the one you want. Yeah, right. If you want to just do full time, like I said, if you're going to be doing a whole bunch of physical contact, just physical, yep, TPE probably is the way to go. Beardy says, thanks for the suggestions. I'm glad you came in here with your suggestions, Austin. Austin says, good luck to your brother. And Bearded gave me give the thumbs up. So that's it, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And also subscribe to my new channel if you like biking. You know, I don't want to make you go over there, but hey, if you like biking and you're interested in my journey with that, it's sort of just like the companion dog journey. I'm starting off with my normal bike, but I plan to get to more, better bikes, you know, even though I love my bike. But it's an older bike. I do plan on getting to using the right equipment in the future, going on bigger and better trips in the future. So that channel is going to be amazing. So thank you guys for your support. I love you. Appreciate you. Have a great, blessed day. But me and the girls, I finna exit stage left and get Z hell on up out of here. Yeah, subscribe to my new channel, Biking with J. Dog King Hefner. We out of here, y'all.